kör. What it is? What's up, champ? How are we doing today? An oldie but goldie, trying Romeo and Juliet today. Cigar we've been smoking previously. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing fantastic this week, whatever day of the week you're watching this. It's another TRUEversation. A lot of things have been happening this week. And for both and good, both positive and negative. Let's start on the good parts. June Freedom dropped his new album, 7 Seas. Fucking incredible.
What makes us
fucking incredible. Shout out to June Freedom, my Cancer brother, my Cape Verdean Prim, and shout out to Pound Cake Playground. You know what you do. While this is happening, Muhumbi also just dropped Chocolate today. We've been waiting for that for a minute, that song. Incredible. Our Swedish Afro Viking. Proud of him, hella proud of him. Dropping that together with Dauda and Bayani, right? Bayani. Incredible song. Also have Julieta. So also dropping her music, inshallah. We also have Kiddy Bones and Nelly Parish dropping music. First Kiddy I heard in Kiddy Bones' tune I heard in a minute. Hell of a lot of music coming out from the islands. So that's the good thing. That's the good thing. The other things that's been happening is that we are having technical issues with literally every device that we own. Apple don't like us. But it's not only device, there's also softwares. I got a problem with my Apple account. Something is going on with my iPhone, with our MacBook, with one of our cameras, with our switcher. It's a constant technical difficulty. Also have, what more? Podcast mic. Instagram. LinkedIn. Facebook. WhatsApp is working. Shout out to WhatsApp. Shout out to the team at WhatsApp. Those other 9 software/devices are working against us, but that's cool. It is what it is. We're working around it, but it takes a toll on your mental every once in a while when you're working against the technological gods, so to say. But it is what it is. It's part of the journey when you're living in paradise. Right now, another fun thing that we're looking at is that we're starting to look at a storage that we want to turn into a podcast studio /gym /home / We'll see. I think we need to close that door.
Getting chilly.
So yeah, a lot of fun things happening. Anyway, today's topic, one thing that's been really on top of my mind is the fact that a lot of people are just cool with being cool. You're just cool with being cool. Now, what do I mean with that? And because I believe that a lot of people are getting this wrong. If you're only cool with just being cool, you're measuring your success on the wrong type of measurement. Because being cool is it's a measurement that is destined to fail. It's a measurement that is destined to fail. You need to be cool, yes, regardless, physically, visually. But then you also need to be cool with whatever circumstances that is happening in your life, right? But there is a difference between being cool and content and being cool and striving for more. It's cool to strive for more. It's cool to put yourself outside of your comfort zone. It's cool to get after it. That's the type of cool you want. You don't want to be cool with, well, you know, I'm just cool. I'm just cool with being cool. You know, paycheck came in. It's cool being cool. I'll tell you right now, if you are the type of person that is content with only existing in now, the type of person that is only living on a day-to-day paycheck and no real aspirations of thriving, no real aspiration of growing, no real aspiration of becoming better, I can tell you right now that that's a recipe for ending up in anxiety, depression. You need some type of dopamine hit, or not even, you need some type of dopamine hit. These fucking dogs, mate.
You love them.
I love them. I love that I hate them. Fan alltså. Jag vet inte ens ska fortsätta när jag hör dem liksom. Alltså de låter ju...
Tycker själv liksom.
Alltså...
Om du lyssnar på en podcast och hör det här. Hjälper du inte att stänga det här fönstret? Det blir varmt snart här, men det är...
Alltså det kan höras ändå, men... Ja, det var det. Right. If you're the type of person that don't have any type of... No. Why am I criticizing people that are just cool with being cool? Well, it's not only that I think it's a moral and ethical crime to not go after becoming the best version of yourself, becoming the best version of who you can be, and living up to your fullest potential. Not only do I consider that to be an ethical and moral crime towards yourself, I also understand the science behind it. When you're striving for something, because right now we have more men killing themselves than ever before. Suicide rate is through the roof. Africa has the highest suicide rate of all the continents in the world. 6 out of 10 countries of the highest suicide rates in the world are African. Out of 100,000 people, 11 people are killing themselves with suicide. Out of 100,000 deaths, 11 people are committing suicide. And we've always had this, we Africans, we always had this pride of how the quality of life that we have. The quality of life that we get from the togetherness, the Ubuntu feeling, the family feeling, the community that is us, right? Now, because of a bunch of different reasons, everything from social media, comparison, the foods we're eating, the liberty that we're operating under, we are now in a position where we need to check ourselves and we need to move forward. How did that connect with what I just said about not cool with just being cool? If you're cool with just being cool and not actively working towards something, you're missing crucial pieces of dopamine hits that get secreted every time you're stepping closer to your goal. That's why they say the journey is the goal, because every time you're going for something and you're making small incremental progress towards whatever you're trying to accomplish, the body sends out a hormone, secrete a little liquid called dopamine, a happiness hormone. And if you're missing out on that, your chances of depression, your chances of self-hate, your chances of suicidal thoughts, anxiousness, anxiety, panic anxiety increases beyond imagination, especially for us men. Now, why is that? Why do you think that is? Well, there are a lot of different opinions about that. My personal thought about why men more than ever right now is because we are, majority of us, let's not say majority, a lot of us are feeling complete hopeless with the situation that is happening right now. Inflation is through the roof. They're saying 77% inflation. I heard that bullshit the other day. 7% inflation on goods and services. You haven't been in a grocery store in a while, have you? I can tell you for a fact that where I live, where I live right now, it's way past 7%. I can tell you over in Europe, it's way past 7% on just food. Some of the basic groceries have doubled. Some of the basic groceries have doubled. How do you survive that as a man? As somebody that prides himself with being the provider of the family, the head of the family, somebody that prides himself for working and providing and being the security for his family to lean on, for his woman, for his kids. How do you deal with that? And then on top of that, you have an old stigma that's been pushed on you, not only by men, but by men and women have pushed that stigma on you to toughen up. And toughen up, in the old sense, meant just be quiet. Just shut the fuck up and keep working. I think we should rebrand toughen up. I think we should rebrand toughen up for us men. I think toughen up should mean that we get out and we get in our group of brothers, allies, men supporting men. And we start to share more with each other. I think that should be the new toughening up. I think men should get together and communicate more. I think men need to communicate more with men. Men also need to communicate more with women, because apparently they're doing something that we're missing. They have something that we're missing out on. They have something that we're missing out on. And don't get caught, thank you, hand. Don't get caught in the semantic that there is such thing as toxic masculinity. I'm brutally anti that expression of toxic masculinity. How can we never talk about toxic femininity? Because there is no such thing. There is no such thing as toxic femininity or toxic masculinity. There are a bunch of toxic people in between there. In the two genders that exist, there's tons of toxic people. Now, masculine is nothing toxic. Feminine is nothing toxic. Feminine is the most beautiful thing that exists. Masculine is the most beautiful thing that exists. Both of these energies or characteristics exists inside of both the genders. Nothing toxic about them. Does it exist toxic women? Absolutely. Does it exist toxic men? Absolutely. But watch your semantics, because the people that you think you're talking about are being toxic, the men that you're talking about being toxic, you don't try to change that. Don't try to label male traits as toxic, because when your house is on fire, those are the type of men that you need. When there is a robbery, those are the type of men you need. Watch your semantics. Watch the way you're playing out, and especially now more than ever. Especially now more than ever. I was on Instagram the other day. Unfortunately, I got caught off guard. And I found myself scrolling through Instagram, and I'm ending up in the Israel Palestine conflict. Not even conflict, it's not a conflict, it's a genocide happening. Now, say what you want. But it's very, again, semantics. Somebody put up, and it said the following. It said, if you're not sharing on your Instagram and speaking up about genocide, you would be a Nazi. And I said, how? This has been going on since the 40s. You were aware of it. The majority of us were aware what happened in Palestine and Israel. But we didn't say nothing until a week ago. And now just because you shared a couple of posts on your Instagram, now you can sit on your righteous horse and call somebody else Nazi. I spent hours trying to understand that situation. The more I understood, the more complex it got. The more I understood, the less I understood that I knew anything. The more I read, the more I understood that, wow, there is layers to this game. And I think it's so important to watch your semantics, because that's what's exactly what we missed out on during the whole 2020 to 2022 thing. The word that we can't say according to the algorithms. It's like saying Voldemort. It's the same. That whole thing. Because that was the same thing. That was the same thing. People didn't want to wear that goofy thing over their mouth. They were grandmother killers. What are we talking? What are we doing? What are we doing? But it's the same thing. Most of us are just cool being cool. I just wanna be part of it. Let me just share it on Instagram. Maybe you should do some research. They did this. Everybody's going that direction. So do I. You don't go that against. You don't go in our direction. Fuck you. Don't be cool with just being cool. Do some research. Educate yourself. Do something. Do something. I don't understand why we want to label others. What is that? What is that? Why? I don't get it. I do not understand it. I do not understand it. But if you're watching this, you are guaranteed a person that wants to get to that next level. You want to elevate. You want to grow in any way, shape, or form, right? On this channel, we are using the basic metrics of health, wealth, love, and happiness from Tai Lopez. And it's obvious that you want to elevate in one of these. Yes? Now, instead of being bothered, because I knew I could be that. In the past, I could almost become angry towards other people's inability to understand how crucial financial security is and how important the acquisition of capital is in order for you to become the best version of yourself. It can be frustrating for me. I think that the main frustration that successful people feel is that we don't understand how you don't see what we're seeing. Like, how can you not see that? If you're successful in health, which I consider myself to be, and you see people drinking Coke for breakfast, it's like, how can that be your number one option? Don't you understand what that is doing with your body? Okay, so you do understand what that's doing to your body, but you're choosing to do that anyway. Right? So you get frustrated over that. But if you're still watching, like I said, we high achievers, us high achievers, it's important to remember that we are the outliers. You are strange. You're the strange one. I know I'm strange, but you're definitely strange. You're looking at me, talking. And I'm strange because I'm the one talking. But strange is a good thing, so don't stop watching. But the whole point comes down to that I honestly think that life, other people, like sometimes I can really sit down and I can look at other people and it's like, wow, without a care in the world, imagine just existing without a care in the world. Just imagine just being, not even cool being cool, just being cool with existing. But what life would you rather want? And this is a serious question. What life would you rather want? Do you want a life that is constantly between a 4 and a 6? You know, maybe this is the type of life you're living? Or do you want a life that are experiencing the full range of emotion? The 0, 0.2, all the way up till 10.3. Down to 0.2 and up and down and up and down. Private jet, broke on a sofa. Super yacht, mother's basement. First class flight to Las Vegas and hotel room suites. Ghetto in Africa. Which one sounds the most exciting for you? Starting and selling a company, closing it. 6-figure business, back to 0. Which one sounds the most exciting? I know which one I'm choosing. And that's a life choice I've been taking. And I'm gonna stick to it. It's been working great so far, I'm just gonna keep on going. But that's a question you have to ask yourself because it comes with insecurity. So no matter what you're going for, health, wealth, love, and happiness, I rather love hard and lose. I rather love hard, fall face first, and we'll get right back up. The feeling that you're alive. The feeling that you're alive. Yeah, that's it. The feeling that you're alive. But, I said in the beginning, don't be cool with just being cool. Because if you are a high achiever, and you're aspiring to become that guy, that girl, that woman, you have to understand the amount of sacrifice it takes in order for you to get there. Don't even see it as a sacrifice, see it as an offering. You're offering this to the higher powers in order for you to get to where you want to get to. But don't complain about the results you didn't get for the work that you didn't do. Don't complain about the results you didn't get for the work you didn't do. Health, wealth, love, and happiness, all realms of life. I have friends, female, male friends, that never dared to commit to go into relationships. Friends, and what do? Complain that they never had anybody. Yeah, but you pass. As soon as somebody comes close to you, you pass on that person. You don't dare to fall in love. You don't dare to. Why? I don't want to get my heart broken. Well, then you will never experience it. Endless amount of friends that wants to start their own business. Endless amount of people that want to start their own business. Yeah, no. It's so easy for you. It's so easy for you, Sebastian. Why? But you're like that. I was raised like blah, a beautiful excuse. Endless amount of people contact me. Hey, I wanna train with you. Perfect. Start 7 o'clock at the gym. 7 o'clock? PM? No. AM. So I wake up 5:30, then I stretch for 30 minutes, then I read or I do something for about another 30 minutes, and then I box at the roof, and then I hit the gym at 7. So meet me up at 7, and then I train you. Or I'll teach you how to train, and then you're on your own. No, I'm not gonna do that. So then you're just cool with being cool. You're not ready to put in the work. You're scared of being tired. You're scared of looking like a fool. It's fear. It's fear is holding you back. It's the same with it's the same with men that are too respectful to approach women. Ah, bro, I really look at her. Look at her, bro. She's so beautiful. So beautiful. Well, bro, just go up and talk to her. Just go up and talk to her. Nah, I'm not. You gotta be respectful. I'm just trying to be respectful. You're not trying to be respectful. You have a fear of rejection. Fear is holding you back. But you're justifying it with calling yourself respectful. Fear of failure is holding you back. Fear of rejection is holding you back. Fear of not getting the dividend because you're so used to instant gratification when in regards to training. Fear of being outside of the group, so you keep drinking. Fear of not having the same type of friends or how the friends will judge you, so you don't start your diet. So you rather just be cool being cool. Cigar died? Didn't see that coming. Alright. Cool with just being cool. That's the thing. Masked in fear. It can really keep me up at night. The thought of me one day dying and meeting God. And God shows me, here is the person you were. Imagine you're dying. Imagine that you're dying and then you get to heaven and you're standing there, God, and she shows you all the things that you've been through in life. You did this, you did that, you did this, you did that. That's the first video. And then she shows you, well, this is who you could have been if you did what you're supposed to be doing. And that life just looks amazing. That life just looks amazing. And then you ask God, you ask her, well, why didn't I get that? And she goes, because of you. You were holding yourself back this whole time. You know that time you didn't talk to that person because your fear of rejection? Yeah, that was your dream wife. You know that person you know that time when you thought about working or thought about launching that project, but you didn't because you thought about what your friends that you used to know, what they would say? Yeah, that project was $1 million idea, but you didn't execute on it. You know that time when you were supposed to go and train and you didn't? Yeah. That time would have spiraled, gained you momentum into getting that body. Imagine that. Imagine that encounter. Imagine that encounter. Don't be cool, just being cool. One day I'm talking to this woman and she goes, talking back and forth, and I'm like, hey, like I just did this, I did that. We're talking back and forth, had a good conversation, a cup of wine, and she goes, wow, you are really our ancestors' wildest imagination. Most beautiful compliments I ever got. Wow, Sebastian, you're really our ancestors' wildest imagination. But even when someone tells me that I feel the same, I'm like, I'm just getting started. Just getting started. And that eagerness of growth, that constant feeling of wanting to accomplish more, the constant feeling of growth. I'm like, the journey, I love the journey. I go to bed excited. I'm like, I can't wait to wake up. I can't wait to wake up tomorrow. Why? Fucking Monday. I have a whole week of work in front of me, whole week of progress, whole week of excitement in front of me. Why? Because I know where I'm going. Yeah, but it's so easy for you to say because you're working with what you want. You have already accomplished this. You already know. I don't like all the things I'm doing. Today I was writing copy. I was writing for like 4 hours. Then I was working with videography for 6 hours, and it didn't work. I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. I didn't enjoy that process, but I did it. But I fucking did it anyway. I sat in front of the computer and I executed on it. It doesn't have to be fun. You have to master the art of delayed gratification, and don't be cool with just being cool. You are worthy way more. You can push yourself so much more. You can push yourself so much more. One of the guys at the office, we have a co-working space that I just want to leave. I just want to leave that spot. We're on our way. I'm not leaving that until I'm finding something better. And one of the guys, he comes up to me and he says, hey, you look tired. You look tired. I just look at him, I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, you work a lot. I'm like, yeah, I'm here before you come, and I'm here when you leave. And you work a normal 9 to 5, so, and he goes, yeah, bro. You should rest. I'm like, huh? And he's like, yeah, but you need to have more fun. Like you need to do more things. I'm like, but what are you talking about? I box every day with my friends. I run my company with my best friend. I free dive or snorkel, depending on how you want to see it, 3 days per week. I do hikes regularly. I'm like, when was the last time you went on a hike? And then I asked him, I'm like, how was your weekend? What did you do this weekend? He's like, bro, I was out partying, and then I woke up late, hungover, then I went to eat, then I just watched Netflix, Like, we end it right here. I'm like, that's amazing. Done. You just understand that we're not wired the same. We don't measure life the same way. We don't value the same things. Like, I really want to experience life to the fullest. Like, I want to experience life to the fullest. I want all of it. I want all the experience that are made for me. I want all the money that are made for me. I want all the women that are made for me. If my next woman is the last one, then I want all of it, all the experiences. We are not the same. Like, I want to live life. I want to maximize life. You and me were not the same. And that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. But you're cool with being cool. I'm not. Is this making sense? Does all this make sense? All this makes sense, right? There is nothing worse than average people trying to project their averageness upon people that want to strive for more. If you have those people around you in your life, guard yourself, guard your attention, guard your energy. Don't let their averageness spread as a virus inside of your mind. Energy is contagious. Watch yourself. Stay sharp.
Woo!
That's it. That's it, that's it. Bro, I fucking hate people that are cool with just being cool. Snälla ge mig vatten liksom. Bara fan bara avleda liksom. Ett tag kan jag fylla på. Skön är det. Tack som fan.
Så du är back in form nu eller? 4,5 dagar, det är helt kring då. 4, du startar måndag så det är fredag. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Not easy the first time.
Cool with just being cool. Alltså, I fucking hate it. Average. I don't want nothing average. I don't want average food. I don't want average friends. I don't want average conversation. I don't want average. I don't want average.
If you surround yourself with the same people, that becomes average though. Because then it's your average.
No.
If you mean average, the average Joe.
I don't want average. I don't want to involve with.
I mean, if you're surrounded by people that are as thriving, in the sense of like, you know, what they want to accomplish.
But I understand that my average. There's nothing average about my average.
Yeah, you understand.
Like I have a clear understanding of the conversations that I involve myself in. There's nothing average about my personal average. Certainly not. I don't think the average person discusses quantum entanglement. I don't think the average person, I know the average person doesn't go on 100-day missions where they train 2 times a day and read 10 pages every day and are completely with no sugar or no alcohol or no drugs. I know that's not average. I know the average person doesn't train twice a day just because. I know that. So I know my average is not average. I know what I'm talking with you about, or the discussions that we share, or just the life I'm living. I know there's nothing average with it. Even if it's me, it's normal for me by now.
Yeah.
It's still not average. Like Brandon Carter had this perfect t-shirt. It says allergic to average. That's really how I feel. That's really how I feel.
Yeah, I like that.
That's really, really how I feel. Allergic to average. Yeah. Fuck that.